Okay, well, hopefully you guys never run into this issue. I've got a 2006 Saab 9.3, my red one here. I let the car sit for about 5 months, haven't really driven it at all, and the battery went dead. And so basically I couldn't even get it to unlock. Totally dead. So yeah, right now it's unlocked, but that's because I've already done this part. Now I'm just taking the video, so this is the beginning of the video, so just ignore the fact that one of the doors is now unlocked, but I'll show you how I did it. So basically, normally you would have a key, and the key would be inside here. You'd press on this spot and pull out a key. Well, apparently when I bought this car, I didn't realize that the key doesn't work on this door. So somebody just threw a key in there that was similar. Must have been cut maybe for a GM, because this seems like an awfully small cut. The key that works on this car is actually a lot fatter. I know that because my 05 over there uses the same key, and it slides right in all the way. So now, in other instances, you may have it to where you haven't done maintenance on this lock since it was new. It might be jammed up and rusted, not working, and your key won't go in. So at this point, you're screwed. Can't open the door. Door's locked. Battery's dead. Hood's shut. So what do you do at that point? Well, don't freak out. Don't fear projects. Look for a solution. And that's what I did. So I knew, looking at my other car, that the mechanism that you use to open the hood pulls on a cable here. Now there are two releases on these cars. There's one here, one here. There's a lock ball, basically a little ball with a screw lock that's on the cable to set it to the right point here. And then the other cable end is over here. So when you pull on the hood release inside the car, cable goes all the way back. It's right there, going on back all the way into the car. When you pull on it, it pulls on this ball, which pulls this rod like that. And it also pulls on this one so that both of them open and the hood pops. So knowing that, you can access it by going through this set of grills. Basically just remove the grills from your bumper and then reach in there with either a long pair of pliers, maybe a spud bar, something that you can hook on that ball right there and just pull it, which will cause both of them to release. So that's what we're going to do. The tools that you typically will need: you're going to need power for a charger or a jump block so that you can jump the battery when you get the hood up. A good pair of pliers, long ones. You can get those at most hardware stores, and they are incredibly handy. They're actually meant for reaching deep into places and being able to plier things that are a foot away from you. So I highly recommend getting a set of those and throwing them in your toolkit. You'll need the flashlight to get up underneath there and see what you're doing, because it's really dark. And you'll need a set of picks. You can get these at anywhere. I got these at Harbor Freight. The tips of them are different, which can be handy for things. If you do any junkyarding, those are invaluable. So here we go. We'll go from here. And this is the car. This bezel I've already popped loose earlier, so I will go into that and show you how that's done now. We got the now that we've got the grills off and it's open, we can see up inside. A little tough to do, but so if you look up inside, way back in there, you'll see, get to focus on the right part here. It's really hard to do because of that battery vent sitting right there. All right, see that little pin sticking down with a slot in it? And just to the left of it, that is your hood release cable with the little ball on the release cable hooked to the release lever. There are actually two of them. There's one on the right side, and you may not be able to see the left side. There's just a lot of crap in the way. I don't think we're going to get to be able to see the left side. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So there's your second one. And both of those are pulled at the same time. So trying to pop one or the other is a real pain. So you can't really do that. So what I'm going to do is reach in there with a pair of pliers, grab that cable, and push it to the right, which will pop both of them. And that should pop my hood. So I'm going to put the camera down and see if we can't get. You have a spot here, as you can see, where the plastic of the bumper is overlapping the piece, the little clip piece right here. So what I was doing was prying that out to get that one forward. And then as I went through, I held that one out, pulled on it to keep it out, and took another pick and popped another one, popped another one, popped another one, and just worked my way around until this thing just came out. So once it was all out, then it was just a matter of getting back in here, popping this one off. So you can see, get your pliers up in there, and now you can see this is what I grabbed. And I pushed it that way. So I grabbed that with a pair of pliers right at this spot here so that you get this hook connected. And then as you pull that way, it will also release the second one right here. See, these things release like this. And they release the hood. So there's your tip. If your battery's dead and you don't have a key for the door, this is how you can get the hood up and juice the battery so that you can unlock your car. So I hope that was helpful. Now I will have to put her back together again. Okay, so we got the front grille off. We can see back where we need to go. I showed you that in the other video. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And that should not be a very hard job since this is already off. I can reach back here and pop them. Just have to find them. Trick is seeing what you're doing and see where the clips are at. Should just be a matter of pushing out on those spots like that and that. All right, there it goes. It's off, which should make getting to this guy a whole lot easier. Still doesn't make it a whole lot easier, especially when the sweat's pouring down your face, but at least it'll be easier to see where I'm going. Battery went his way, that would be nice. Alright, I'm hooked on it. Now for the fun part, let's see if it works. One's down. And she's up. So apparently, as you're pushing it sideways to that way, push down on the hood to make it easy for it to pull those two pins. Now the hood's up. Now I just have to hook power to the battery and hit the power button on the key to unlock it. And then I'm going to order a key code and get this sucker fixed right. So, alright, now I'll give you an idea of what I did first. You already saw how I removed this, so I'm not going to worry about that. That was easy. This one's a bit tougher because of how it's in there. And if you're lucky, like I was, it'll pop out pretty easy if this outer bezel is not incredibly tight. Normally, the outer bezel is snapped in to the inner. So what I did is went around, pulled the outer bezel till it popped, and then went around and just kept pulling on the outer bezel all the way around, just strong enough to get it to each one to pop loose. Once they all pop loose, just move it out of the way, and then you have a spot here. All right, so here's the payoff. Couldn't find my jump pack, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this charger, hook it up, See what we got. .4 volts. Yeah, that would make a car quite unhappy. These things don't like running much under 11. Alright, so I'm going to set my charge rate to give it a burst. And let it start firing up some battery power here. Alright, that's running. Now, music to my ears. She's unlocked. And I'm back in. Alright, so there you go. That's how you get it in there. If you have lost your key lock doesn't work, and your hood's down, and your battery's dead. So if that ever happens to you, which is kind of rare, but it does happen from time to time, especially if you don't keep up on your lock on your door and keep it oiled. In my instance, it was the wrong key. The previous owner didn't have one, apparently, and just threw a key in it that he found. So I'm gonna have to order a key. All right, well, hope you guys have a great day, and hope this helps you to fear no more projects. So this is Dave with FearNoProject. Have a good one.